Side.
Listening?
Every time I go to bed, I hear you too. He's selfish and he has no sense of timing.
Ma, stop it. I don't want to hear.
Then go somewhere else. You put on a performance, you have to expect a critique.
There's no way to speak to your mother, young woman. Hey guys, Pongo here. This is Let's Play Sleeping Dogs 100%, and part of that 100% is going around and doing the side missions, which isn't going to be super interesting, so again, you can skip this if you want to. Probably turn that down. Alright. So I'm just going to be going around, earning face, earning money, and then at the end of the episode, as a payoff, I'll probably buy something big like a car or something similar. So first I'm going to go to that yellow thing. Fashion advice. Oh boy, you can tell it's going to be a quality mission just from the name. Fashion advice from a gangster. You can tell Way's a true gangster. Fashion advice. Okay. It's probably upstairs. Yep. I'm just gonna leave my bike in the middle of the road since there's literally infinite of them. God, I can't talk. Alright. Okay.
Hey,
Alright, fashion
mister?
advice.
You got a moment?
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
Do you think this shirt is too tight?
Oh, it's this mission.
That will teach you to be a pro. Run, Gibson, run!
Wow, he's a murderer too. He just knocked that guy off 3 stories. What a dick! God, and there's a lockbox. We have to come up here, back up here for that. Freeze, asshole! This is the police. Or this is the triad, whichever is scarier to you. Oh, god damn it! Gotta warm up. Go fly! Well, bam! So you get for having a chin beard. Take my money back, and I don't get a face level up, but I probably will for the next one. Okay. So like right here-ish was, actually, can I walk back? I think I can. Yeah, because there's a lockbox somewhere around here, and I eventually want to get all. There's actually a really good source of money. Oh! Oh wait, was it this way? I assume so. Yeah, it was. Lockbox, was it over here? Fuck. Ah! Found ya. Buried treasure. 10,000. Alright. And then now we're gonna go to the next yellow. Just all the way over here. Ooh, and there's a vehicle store right next to it. I'm probably gonna wait a little, because I think I need a little bit more face before buying any good vehicle. If I remember right, like, most Class B vehicles are like Phase 3 or 4. Most Class A vehicles are like 5 or 6. Some of the great ones are like 8. Oh shit. When the screen vibrates like that, you can tell you fucked up a jump. Alright. Can I have a nice car? Nice car. I'm just gonna take this car. It's not great, but whatever.
Huge Chocolate brings you a brand new chocolate bar made with 70% pure chocolate and
70% pure chocolate.
Wow appeal. Now available in all good retailers or a supermarket near you. Huge Chocolate, probably the best chocolate you'll ever taste.
Alright, just doing side missions, chilling, driving illegally. police officers not caring at all. That's something they need to add. Like, the police officers literally do not give a shit about people driving like 60 miles per hour in the city, doing all sorts of shit, almost running over pedestrians, or even running over pedestrians. They're not gonna chase after you.
What's up?
Hey, you're Song Yi, right? I was racing earlier, and I would have won. But this guy, Tommy Han Lan, he cheated. Ran me off the road at the last minute. Can you teach him a lesson? Keep him from doing it again?
Yeah, sure.
He's not far. Wreck his car. That'll teach him.
He not far, like his cat. Take this. This is Class B. It's upper Class B, but it's still Class B. Time remaining. I have time. I got time. Very necessary. Something I wish they did in this game, oh shit, was make the health scale. Like, as it is, it increases by the same amount every time, which is huge early game, but like minuscule late game. So it really doesn't. Is that a firefighter? Huh. So it's just like it starts becoming unnecessary late game, like it has diminishing returns to keep getting those health shrines. Yeah, I'm just trying it. Then the asshole comes and starts complaining about me destroying his car.
What are you doing?
What the hell? What are you doing? What's it look like? Alright, just in case, I'm gonna... Did I really not level? Never mind, I'll do another face mission. That's ridiculous. I didn't level from that? Shit. Oh, there aren't any more face missions. Are there any street racing missions? No, there are not. Well, I guess I'm finishing the police missions then. No, oh no, I know. I'll bust drug hangouts or whatever.
This is Real FM.
Yo, bro, the coffee is awesome.
Hey, just like the connection speed, dude.
For the best coffee, snacks, and internet in town.
You don't get tastier or faster.
Yeah, because these drug compounds are pretty monotonous. It's just the same thing every
Coming
time.
up on Real FM.
So while I'm doing this monotonous shit, I'm just gonna talk about me, I think, since if you're listening to this when I already told you there's nothing interesting that's gonna be happening, you're probably interested in my commentaries. So get out of my way, goddamn. When I originally started Let's Plays, it's kind of because I wanted to practice talking, because as you can definitely tell, I suck at talking. Like, when I was a little kid, I had a huge stutter. This has helped a little bit with that, and but it's still kind of bad, and I'm still working on it, obviously. So probably as this Let's Play continues, I'm gonna just like steadily improve until I actually feel comfortable talking continuously. Come at me, Diggus. Come at me. That's what I thought. Like even now is way better than I used to be. It's just a bat? Yep. Kind of a shitty bat too, does no damage. Anyway, so like when I originally started Let's Plays, I just didn't talk at all and I kinda ate my words. Because get off of me. Because I was a pretty closeted, not closeted, that's not the word I'm looking for. I was pretty, what word am I looking for? Like, withheld kid? I mean, I didn't have a ton of friends and I was pretty quiet, except for when we weren't in public. Which you can probably tell from my commentaries. Die. But, you know, as I've done these, I've gotten a lot more confident speaking, I think, and I've gotten a lot more eloquent. Like, I still have a while to go, but that's one of the reasons I started doing Let's Plays. The other one is that something me and my friends were just totally weird. I have no idea why I liked doing this or why I still like doing it, but like, we played single-player games in front of each other, and we just like watched and like traded off or whatever. Some of you might remember. There's that again. Some of you might remember Harvest Moon 64. It was a pretty big game on the 64, but the thing about it was like super repetitive for like 20 hours until you finally started getting payoff. That is like when you got into the end game and, you know, your farm was totally upgraded and you were married to chick of choice. And like we just watched each other play that, and I think that's why I got attracted to Let's Playing. Why are there so many guys here? What the hell? There we go. And like, I just kind of got attracted to other people watching me play, and like, I couldn't really enjoy playing stuff unless like someone else knew about it. It's kind of a weird reason to like playing video games, but there it is. And where's the camera? I don't want to just stand here talking. Camera. Because there should be a camera, and then the cord glows red, or whatever. Ah, here we go. Camera here. Where's the cord? Should be a cord leading from the camera. There's not. Okay, where's the box then? Should be a box that I can hack. Box that I can hack. The hell? Stagnating! You're stagnating this episode. Come on, man. There we go. I don't know, because there was always like a social aspect of single-player games to me, which is so weird and contradictory, but there it is. Like, when I played MMOs, no achievement was really important to me unless someone else knew about it. Oh, there we go. That's easy. And it's one of the reasons I didn't really get into multiplayer games. Home. Nearest house. House. Ah. One of the reasons I didn't get into multiplayer games is like, everyone was always concerned about themselves. You know, oh man, that was an awesome kill I did. Or, you know, oh, I'm doing terribly this game, I hope no one notices. I'll try and act like boastful just to overcompensate. And that never appealed to me because, like, performing was never the... Ooh, I'll try it. It was never the purpose. It was never like, oh man, I hope people accept me as of equal skill level. It was always just like, wow, this game's really cool, I wonder if anyone else knows about it. So I got, like, big into gaming communities and stuff like that. And also, not big into, like, multiplayer games. That really shaped the LPs I do. Like, I'm not doing, like, Call of Duty Let's Plays or League of Legends Let's Plays. Or let's see, what other multiplayer games do people do Let's Plays of? Like DayZ or something? Or a Minecraft server? A lot of the stuff I do is solitary, just because that's the stuff I've come to enjoy and find meaning in, because those experiences are the most crafted, I feel like. I mean, DayZ, they obviously put a lot of effort into making sure there are as many possible scenarios you could get in to have really meaningful experiences with, like, punctuated equilibrium, you know, sitting and camping somewhere for 30 minutes, then finally meeting a player. That was exciting because nothing happened until you met that player. But they put a lot of effort into making sure the game made as many meaningful experiences as possible while still keeping them meaningful. But, like, Sleeping Dogs, they could put meaningful things into every story mission because they completely control the pacing. As opposed to DayZ, like, the developers don't plan for you to walk to this town and then, like, meet this person and kill so many zombies. So it's, like, less crafted. just cool in its own rights, but it's just like not what drives me. Why are these guys walking on the right side of the street? This is Hong Kong. Yeah, it's American. Whatever. And so like the games that defined my childhood were games like Final Fantasy IX, Ocarina of Time. Let's see. 13. This weird like comic book French shooter thing. It's for the PS2. Let's see, what other games define my childhood? Games like, well, Pokemon, duh. And... oh, you guys remember those Digimon games? Maybe it's a little too young for you, but there's like Digimon World and like Digimon Adventure 2, I think? Like, they were this weird combination of like Final Fantasy RPG and accessibility. So trippy, but those were fun too. Like, I always liked RPGs.
Sure. You heard
But not multiplayer RPGs. Okay. So here you get to watch me wait for the white shield to pop up again. The mini game again that requires no skill again. Right. So I just sit here. Sitting here. Till the game decides one of these is a drug supplier. Oh, it's this guy. Press the A button. Yay, I'm a police officer! Woo, I have skills! The same thing 27 times! Such a fun minigame. Yep, alright. Oh, 10,000 from that, wow. Okay, and let's see, what other games did I really like? I mean, Final Fantasy IX was a huge one. You guys don't even understand. I played that so many times, and I finally beat it, just like a year and a half ago. And that was pretty huge for me. Finally beating the game that like defined my childhood. Because like, the music on that game was so good. The characters were memorable for me. Other people hated them, but whatever, they're wrong. Oh, it was just such a great game. And let's see, games like Fire Emblem, what was it? It's not Golden Axe, 'cause that's like Genesis. It was Golden Sun? Is that right? Golden something. It was on the Game Boy Advance. That was pretty neat. And then earlier than those were games like Vector Man on the Sega Genesis and Sonic. And let's see, what are the huge... okay, Lion King and Aladdin on the Genesis. That was when like movie games were actually pretty good. I mean, now they're super shitty. Like anything but a Spider-Man game is just like the worst thing on earth. I mean, if you get any movie game, you just expect it to be shitty automatically, which sucks because like they have so much room to work with, but they don't really utilize it. And Vector Man was super good on the Genesis, and I forget what it's called because I haven't played it in years, but there was like, you see, I forget, it's like there was some kind of animal in a suit of armor, and he fought pigs, and whenever he hit them with his sword, they just like got undressed and fell away from the platform in their underwear. So weird. So weird, but it was so fun too. It was like might have something like Tails in the name or something like that. Do I have sweep yet? Yeah, I do. Rocket Tails, that was the name. Rocket Tails. Rocket Tails and Rocket Tails 2, those were really good. And those games pretty heavily defined my childhood. Oh, also, this is the only game of the type that I actually liked, but it was Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance. Super fun game. Like, if anyone's looking into getting into quote-unquote retro gaming, although I'm sure people are raging at their screens right now for assuming anything on the Game Boy Advance is retro gaming. But it came out in like 2003, 2004. Advance Wars and Advance Wars 2 were the only good ones. I don't like any of the sequels. Like really deep strategic gameplay, but still like semi-accessible. Where is the camera? It had like a simplified unit tree, and pretty simple like grid-based RTS. But it was still like really deep, and there was like a full-fledged map editor. I made so many maps on that. And you just felt so legit while playing that game, like a real like commander. Okay, follow the cord. Follow the cord. It goes upstairs. I never really liked Grand Theft Auto or any games like that. Oh, it did go over here. Or any other open world games that came out at the time, like True Crime 1, the game that this is like a spiritual successor to, wasn't that great. Like I never really liked the Jax and Daxter or whatever they're called games. Those were on the PS2. 4, 6, 7. What the hell? There we go. I always just like stuff that was like really intentional. You know, like you did something like, wow, they planned that, but that was really interesting. So RPGs had a lot of that, but so did adventure games. Adventure games are like woefully underrepresented in today's like video game meta. That no one makes them anymore because like they don't draw in the big crowds, you know, like quote unquote military realistic shooters, whatever the title for those are. But there's like so many of those, whereas adventure games that used to be the norm, and there's so few adventure games. And like it might seem strange, but I think adventure games, it's easier for them to tell a story with because they really don't need to like carefully script stuff as much as they do in action games like this or shooters, where they like have to carefully script the balance, carefully script the progression, you know, make sure the action's constant. But like part of the fun in those games was just exploring in itself. And I think the last great adventure game was something called Shadow of the Colossus. If I remember right, that was made in 2006. And a big part of the game was just going somewhere new and finding something big. The Colossus. Yeah, that's the word. And yeah, that was the last great adventure game, I think. Or at least of the mainstream kind of adventure games. Like there's still a couple these days. Like I consider Minecraft one because whenever I'm not playing creative, I play it like an adventure game, you know, just exploring, getting enough gear to go exploring elsewhere. I really like the procedural generation in that. It's this guy. But I don't. It's just so like the industry needs more of them because it really defines what gaming is. Because a lot of games today, don't they feel like movies? Like I know we're achieving photorealism, but like I think people are afraid of making a game that feels like a game anymore. Like every like new big feature they're adding to games is like it looks more graphically intensive or the audio is better, but it's never like the game's more fun. It feels more fun to play. Like you guys remember the Wii and how all the different gaming, I don't know what you call them, journalists, even though that's kind of an oxymoron. They're talking about how the Wii was gonna revolutionize control, and it was just like removing one step between the game and yourself. Like it makes you like more immersed in it. It never happened. What's the last Wii game you played that you felt more immersed in? The answer is none of them. Because it just feels like a gimmick. But I think that's the path gaming should be taking these days. And like, eventually what I'd want to do is, you guys remember when Battlefield 3 was coming out, and there was that stupid commercial thing for it where they paid a company a buttload of money to make like a realistic Battlefield 3 simulator where someone was in a room and they walked on this weird treadmill thing and they like pointed a rifle with a motion detector on it and like they played the game. That's what the industry should be full of. And like a couple of stuff like that happens today. Like that new virtual reality thing that's coming out. What?
I work for Tran at the chop shop. We noticed you still don't have your own ride. Come by any time if you want to buy a car.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
How much will that cost me?
Don't worry. We'll give you a good deal. Send on ye never pay full price.
Yeah, I know. That's where I'm going. But the new virtual reality thing is apparently in the works. There was a Kickstarter for it a little while ago. It might still be ongoing. I don't know. Where it like tracks head movement, and it's something like 1,200 some pixels in length by like 800 tall or something like that. But the way the screen curves, it like actually makes it look realistic, and that's a huge step, I think. And I'm really excited for it. I'm not a developer, so I'm not going to pay for this Kickstarter, but I'm definitely going to pre-order it as soon as the consumer edition starts to come to fruition. And I hope there's more gaming stuff like that. Like, just gaming interface stuff that makes the game feel more realistic. I always go for that stuff. Like, it's something that always blew my mind was Rumble in video games. It just, like, I don't know, it's such a cool concept. Maybe it's, I'm sounding like an idiot, I probably am, but just, like, I don't know, I always wanted, like, more interactivity in video games. Maybe, like, I don't know, a shock when you took damage, like a small shock, in the controller, or, I don't know. I always like the idea of an odometer too. Just different smells in video games. Like you'd have to like recharge it and buy like smell packs to put into the smell thing, so you could smell more smells in your video games. But like just anything that made the thing realer. Like I really feel like the Wii was a step in the right direction, but they just didn't do it good enough, so no one liked it. And also because they totally pushed out on the hardware specifications. Like, if you look at a Wii game today, they look like ass.
That's nice.
And then, next-gen consoles, you know, Xbox, like, 720 or whatever they're gonna call it, and PS4 and the Wii U, if you look at what all of them are trying to do, none of them are advertising, like, the next motion controller, a new degree of interactivity in your games. They're all, like, you know, Nintendo showed their new controller, and, it's all buttons now. I mean, there's another screen on it, but whatever. It's all still buttons, and they're just trying to not scare people off like they did with the Wii, because they're afraid they're not going to sell as many copies, which is kind of sad in my opinion. So that's my rant on video games aren't interactive enough. And it's why I like the indie scene. Because if you think about it, Minecraft is like one of the most interactive games on the market today, because like the entire level is customizable. Even the game itself is customizable with like mods, and you can create your own seeds so no one else is playing the same game you're playing.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, so kind of important decision. I have 93,000, so I can buy any of the cars here. Class B, Class C, that's a Class C, really?
I drive that any day.
This is the only Class B car? Okay, well, I guess that's what I'm getting. I eventually want to own all the cars, because this is a 100% playthrough. But I'm probably going to end the episode here, because nothing important happened. Next episode, I'm probably... Is that... Have I really done that one already? Let me check. I'm probably gonna keep doing side missions. I have not done that one. Probably gonna keep doing side missions. I wanna get my stats a little higher before continuing doing missions, because when I do missions, I wanna do them for a while, so you guys don't have to like root through the playlist to find out where the story missions are, because that's tedious for you guys. And it's easy for me to just keep doing story missions. So I'm gonna end the episode and see you guys in episode 6, 7, 8, 22. See you guys in episode 22.